Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm here today with a special guest. Today is the anniversary martyrdom of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. So today in Mob Lodge on Sunday, they've just had a procession. It's probably coming towards the end right now. But I thought we quickly go to speakers. I haven't been speakers for a little while. But the truth is with speakers, you don't really get conversations here that are productive in the first place. So if there's someone, if it was worth a productive conversation, we would come. But it's one of those ones, more time is just aggression and disrespect towards other people that are different to them. So that's why there's no real point of coming no more. But today was a procession, so I thought I'd come. But I've got a special guest today. I've got someone who actually used to be Sunni. And he was someone who, there was a lot of propaganda fed into him about the Shia. So, you know, it got to a level where basically he was going full anti-Shia mode because there was so much propaganda given to him about us. But over conversations, over dialogue, over learning, he, alhamdulillah, in the end became Shia and accepted the walaya of Imam Ali alayhi salam. So without further ado, introduce you to Asad. Asad, salam. What are you saying, bro? You're right. Asad, we'll keep it brief and short. But obviously the main thing is just like, you obviously used to be Sunni before. You started obviously learning the whole thing. Started seeing the polemics online and on YouTube and stuff. How did you used to feel, like obviously, as most people do about us that aren't Shia, how was you feeling about us before you started seeing our videos or started speaking to us? How did you used to feel about us? Like,
I'll be honest, yeah, I used to hate Shias quite a lot, yeah. It didn't start off like that, but we always had some sort of weird, connotation with Shias, yeah. Hitting themselves, I started getting told that, you lot would hit yourselves because you're cursed, because you lot are the ones that killed Imam Hussein and his family.
So we ourselves, because we killed Imam Hussein.
So they say,
Sorry, just a side comment. Just on that, I've got a video coming out on that same subject very soon.
Yeah,
so give it a couple of days, inshallah. I've done a whole series on that. That should be coming out very soon. So make sure you lot check that out, because I'm going to be addressing that same issue.
Yeah. So, there was so much propaganda, and I had no Shia telling me, this is what we believe, So I started believing everything I was hearing, and, it kind of made me go extreme in my belief, I started listening to shit, like, I can give you a few examples.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. A couple of people from this park, and someone that I mainly want to point out is Dawa Man.
Yeah.
I've seen his videos on the Shia,
yeah.
And, it made me really angry, and, they used to say stuff like, we're killing Sunni brothers and sisters in other countries and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it made me really hate Shias a lot, to the point where I'd mock them online. Where I'd go online, I'd make Periscope lives, Instagram lives, talking rubbish about Shias. Very anti. Yeah, I used to say Shias aren't Muslim, they're kuffar, they're trying to be Muslim, they're fake Muslim, they're trying to destroy us from within.
All the rhetoric that you kind of hear from
everything I heard from Speakers Corner and Darman videos and all these Sunnis online. Yeah, it made me just start spilling it out myself.
So would you say when you're watching those videos of them kind of people, you weren't moving anti-Shia in an academic or like,
not in an academic way?
When I say anti, you don't really want to be anti anyone. You can refute someone and have a difference of opinion, but you were moving anti the next year. It wasn't like that. I
was so anti, I wouldn't care what a Shia had to say, I'd have my arguments ready, all the stuff that was being told, and then when I come online, I just say it all without listening to any Shia what they have to say, So
the thing is, I think you as well, like, you're quite fiery as a personality anyway. So exactly. If someone, because I remember when I started speaking to you, even now you're fiery.
Yeah.
My point is that if that was collided with you and that was put on you, it was a recipe for disaster, because they're pushing bad stuff on you, saying, we're trying to destroy Islam. And I think when people are young as well, they can get a hold of your emotions.
Yeah, exactly. That's all they played on my emotions. I was around a group of extreme people. They were all praising me when I did things like mock Shias and insult them and just,
You even used to go for me, and my brother used to go for us hard.
Exactly, yeah, and I had no reason to. I just saw propaganda, all these videos against you lot, and it just made me want to just lash out on every single one of you,
So people like, people like Dawaman, etc., people like this, they were having a very bad impression on. That's
a very bad impression on Shias. None of it's the truth. When you actually start to read and open your mind and research, then it's a whole lot different. So yeah.
So the thing is, like, this is why, unfortunately, obviously, Shia's not really. The problem is that with the Shia community, they don't really come out and speak to many people in this field. So if they don't get you at the right time, by get you, I mean at least speak about like what you've heard. Is it true? Is it false? You don't have a counter narrative.
Exactly.
So I didn't have nothing. What I'm hearing must be true then.
Yeah, I didn't have no one defending it and proving me wrong. I just had people go that they would either block me or they wouldn't know themselves.
But look, one thing is having a different opinion with us. It seems like almost like it was okay to dehumanize and disrespect the Shia because they're Shia.
this is the point where I got
That's
to,
the
you know.
problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. It wasn't. It wasn't
You've been
academic.
strong in your Sunnism school, but it felt like you're allowed to dehumanize us because we're Ahlul-Bidah and we're Shia, so therefore you can say whatever you want, it goes.
Exactly. You know, there's a thing they say, yeah, that don't sit with the Shia, they're going to put doubts in your heart.
Put sugar in your heart, yeah.
Yeah, things like that. So we never want to come to you lot on a type of thing to talk to you. We
Actually
just want to
learn.
we wouldn't want to learn. We don't care about that.
But when it's the other way around, they say learn.
Exactly. Yeah. They
So
want.
if I was to go to them, they'll say, brother, do you want to learn and this and that. But when it's the other way around, it's like, no, don't talk to them.
Exactly. It's contradictions upon contradictions. You know. Like,
But I would say, like, since obviously you studied, you actually started putting some effort in, started studying, you started realizing that a lot of the stuff they say is not true.
yeah.
And they
Exactly.
misrepresent. I think it's sometimes half truths as well.
They mix truth with falsehood, and then it ruins the whole thing. You know. So then it makes you hate Shias even more. That's the problem. And like I said, it's not an academic thing. It's just hating them to the point you want to go and you want to fight someone.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah?
It leads to violence, bro.
Exactly. I wanted to come down here to fight Shias. Yeah, that's the
And you
thing.
didn't fight. Bro, you wanted to fight me and my brother. We didn't even know you.
Exactly. That's the. Yeah. There you go.
So imagine
yeah?
you wanted to
That's
fight
the
me and my
effect.
brother. I didn't even know, man. He's watching videos. He's like, brother, I want to go. I'm like,
Yeah, this is the effect they had on us, you know. Well, me specifically, yeah.
so this is why we say that when people talk about extremism, it exists, bro, because it can really cause an issue.
100%.
And the thing is, look, and this ain't on camera. This is something that, like, by God's will, I try and maintain myself. When I was speaking to you, did you feel that I was misrepresenting the Sunni community?
100%, not at all. You weren't misrepresenting the Sunni community. You were showing me things from Sunni books. You weren't showing me Shia belief to make me Shia. You were showing me things that are in Sunni books.
And not only about proving my belief, I'm saying, let's just say you would ask me a question about, so what do the Sunnis believe on this? I would even tell you what they believe and even give you the proofs of what they believe.
Exactly,
It was very,
yeah,
like,
100%,
both sides.
exactly, yeah.
It wasn't just like,
you gave me
I'm
both
gonna
sides of
hide
the
that.
story, yeah.
Yes, I'll give you both sides. The best way you can do, look, for someone, if you made your outcome at the end that I want to stay Sunni or become Sunni, it's cool. But the thing is, at least you know both sides of the story.
Exactly, and this is the problem, you know, they don't want to tell you both sides of the story. Yeah, what was I saying there?
Yeah, so you were saying that showing both sides of the story is very important.
Exactly, the Sunni community doesn't want to show you both sides. They'll make out things like taqiyya is a Shia thing,
Yeah.
Mutta is a Shia thing, but
Yeah.
it can all be proven from Sunni hadith.
Yeah.
You know, and this is what they don't want to tell you. Tell any Sunni. They want you lot to look like aliens compared to
Yeah,
everyone
like
else.
alienated. Yeah, I hear you. Like they call mutta prostitution.
Exactly.
They'll call taqiyya, they just lie for no reason. Like it's kind of like half truths.
The taqiyya thing was the one that, you know, really affected me, because every time a Shia would say something to me, yeah, I'd just keep saying it's taqiyya anyway.
know
I
what-
wouldn't know if you're telling the truth or lying. Yeah, exactly.
I would
So-
say, if I'm objective in that, sometimes Shias don't help themselves out in that. Because sometimes they're like, with Shias, like, because there's different opinions in the issue, the Sunni might just think you're doing taqiyya.
Exactly.
They might not even know, so what is it then? Because obviously they're not studying the thing, so unless you're able to be objective and clear with them, then they're going to feel like, because they've already been told taqiyya, everything you're saying is lying, so if you make a mistake, they're like, oh look, I told you he lies.
Exactly.
So the
I
tie's always against us.
Yeah, I urge every Sunni to, you know, open their mind, research, and open the books up themselves instead of listening to people like Darman and all these hate preachers. Yeah, either over here or online. It's better you go and look at it yourself, and then a load of questions will come to you. You know.
How did you feel that for so many years, and we'll end it with this, today's a possession, for 1400 years, Imam Hussain Islam was shaheed, but on this day yet, no one even talks about it in the community apart from the Shias.
That's the sad thing about it, and it's very contradictory to their
Today you've
beliefs.
come for the Jalous today, yeah?
Exactly. As a Sunni, I came here once, but that was just to, you know, I was mocking it. Yeah, I didn't know why you lot were hitting your chest. I didn't know why you lot were crying, who you were crying for. No one told me these things.
Would you say that maybe it's a bit of the Shias fault when we don't explain to people how we're doing it a little bit? Do you reckon, or we're not doing enough of that, or do you reckon it's just Sunni propaganda is too strong?
To be honest with you, yeah, online there's a big community that does tell you, you know, like who is Hussein.org, and there's many other
Nice.
there's
Alhamdulillah,
many
yeah.
other
They
websites
do
that
right.
tell you, yeah, they spread the message, but the propaganda is overpowering it.
It's too powerful.
Yeah, over here, online, anywhere you go, there's always Shia propaganda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
As soon as I became Shia, I started to notice these things. As a Sunni, you don't see
really
these things.
clock it. You don't really see it.
You don't get these things until
When you saw it,
feel
then you're
yourself.
like, when you actually became Shias, then you're like, oh, now I can see it a lot clearer.
Exactly, 100%.
But I think the main message, Asad, we would agree, is that good dialogue, academic dialogue, accept difference of opinion, and don't take away anyone's humanity, no matter what sect or religion they are.
Exactly. You know, this is what I've learned. Yeah, that
No matter what they are.
no matter what sect you are, no matter what religion you are, we're not on this extremist vibe. Yeah,
That's the main
we can
thing.
speak respectfully and academically the way everyone's supposed to do it.
Everyone's supposed to.
You know, we can.
And not just for the camera.
Exactly, yeah. We can disagree respectfully outside Speakers Corner, inside Speakers Corner. It doesn't need to get into a fight or, you know, any of this extreme behavior. You know, we've seen it in this part all the time, and that's the problem. Islam is being misrepresented there so much. All the non-Muslims that see these extremists fighting.
How much anti-dawah against Islam has it done?
So much anti-dawah. There's so many non-Muslims, yeah, that have started hating Islam because of this. I've got friends there that wanted to convert to Islam. But after seeing these things, they're like, bruv, we need to rethink what we're doing.
There was a video the other day, I think Ali Dawah put the video up, where the girl was saying, I want to leave Islam because of what happened to my brother.
There you go, exactly.
See what I mean?
But you see, the insincerity comes again because he didn't point that out. He
didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah, when she said that, he just brushed over it and
Because again,
started
it's
talking about
sectarianism,
something.
want to back his people rather than accept the reality.
Exactly, you see? They need to accept the reality and then everything, we can just get to peace, you know?
Well, alhamdulillah, so it's really nice you come here today on the procession. You've seen it, you've seen the vibe, you've come speakers, inshallah. I hope you come soon again.
Inshallah, brother, I'm gonna come
And
again.
keep up the research, keep up the study.
100%.